Native Americans. The Star Maiden, a Native American legend by Reedworks. One night, a young boy was sleeping under the stars. In a deep sleep, the boy dreamed about the silver stars in the night sky. There was one star in his dream that was brighter than all the others. Suddenly, this star began to move across the sky, floating closer and closer to Earth. It landed on a tree just above the boy's head. In his dream, the star was transformed into a beautiful young woman with long hair and glowing eyes. She was still shining like a star. The Star Maiden reached out to the boy and said, "I have seen your world. It has called out to me. Everything is so beautiful, the clear blue water, the pretty flowers, and your people. I want to live in this world. If you speak to your wisest chiefs, perhaps I can change my form and live among your people. Ask them what form I should take." When the boy woke up, he ran to the village and found his chief. A meeting was called, and all the wisest chiefs listened carefully to the boy's story. One chief stood up and said, "Of course we will welcome this beautiful star into our village. Tell her that she may take on any form she wants. She can be anything that makes her happy. Go now and tell her this." That very night, the boy went back to the tree where he slept the night before and waited. As he looked up, the bright star descended from the heavens. The Star Maiden appeared. Startled and excited, the boy told the woman what the chief said. He led the Star Maiden back to the village. The next day, the Star Maiden turned into a lovely red rose. But the garden she lived in was far away from the village. She missed the people who she wanted to be around the most. That night it seemed she gave up. She rose back into the sky, and the people in the village were afraid she was leaving for good, because she couldn't be happy among them. They watched as the Star Maiden floated over their lake. She looked down into the water and saw her reflection and the reflection of her sister stars. "Come, my sisters," the Star Maiden called out. "Come with me and make these beautiful waters our home." The people smiled, and satisfied, they went to sleep. The next morning they went back to the lake and saw something magical. The lake was covered with hundreds of floating flower stars like the villagers had never seen. The Star Maiden and her sisters became water lilies. So every time you see a water lily, remember the Star Maiden and how she came down from heaven to live among us.